Success often seems wrapped in mystery, as if it's meant only for a select few. People observe high achievers and wonder what their secret might be. Is it intelligence, talent, or simply luck? The reality is that while some aspects of success may appear glamorous, the truth behind it is far less enchanting. Successful individuals rarely discuss the principles and habits that drive their accomplishments. It's not because they're deliberately keeping secrets, but because these truths often challenge the way most people perceive life. What makes success seem so unattainable is that it seldom comes from a single breakthrough. Instead, it's the product of countless small choices, most of which go unnoticed. These choices frequently go against popular opinion, demanding discipline, resilience, and a willingness to take responsibility for results. The philosophies and habits that shape success are simple in nature, but they are by no means easy. They require a way of thinking and acting that many shy away from simply because it feels uncomfortable. Success isn't built under the spotlight. It's forged in quiet moments of persistence and sacrifices that go unseen, and in an unwavering commitment to certain principles. Behind every great achievement is a story filled with unseen effort, obstacles, and personal growth. It's not always glamorous, and the path is rarely smooth, but for those willing to accept the realities behind success, the rewards are profound. As we explore the truths that high achievers seldom speak about, consider how these insights fit into your own journey. These aren't shortcuts or magic formulas. They're principles that require effort and courage. But for those who embrace them, they have the power to unlock doors they never even knew existed. One of the first unspoken truths about success is just how much effort is required to truly master something. The fundamentals matter. Successful people understand that success isn't about mastering everything. It's about mastering the right things. Yet many overlook this because they're drawn to flashy, complex ideas that promise fast results. The basics may not be exciting, but they are essential. Look at any field, sports, business, or the arts, and you'll see that top performers excel not by doing everything, but by relentlessly practicing the fundamentals. They refine their craft by focusing on the essentials, doing them exceptionally well, rather than trying to perfect everything at once. It's not about achieving perfection, it's about repetition. They practice until their actions become second nature, eliminating hesitation and building a solid foundation for growth. Successful individuals also recognize the power of simplicity. It's tempting to overcomplicate things in an attempt to feel more productive or impressive, but the most effective strategies are often the simplest. They strip away the unnecessary and concentrate their energy on what truly matters. Instead of chasing every opportunity or trying to be everywhere at once, they double down on the few things that truly make an impact. One of the greatest barriers to success is distraction. And distractions aren't just external, they come from within as well. Doubts, fears, and the constant pull toward instant gratification can prevent people from mastering the fundamentals. But successful individuals see distractions for what they are, obstacles to progress. They develop habits that minimize these distractions, such as setting clear priorities and staying disciplined in their focus. Successful people create routines and learn to say no to anything that doesn't align with their goals. Another rarely discussed truth is that mastering the basics takes far longer than most expect. We live in a world that glorifies speed, where quick wins and instant results are celebrated. But real success isn't achieved overnight. It's built through countless hours of refining skills, learning from mistakes, and showing up even when it's difficult. This kind of dedication isn't flashy, and it doesn't bring immediate recognition, but it's the price of mastery. Consistency is the unsung hero of success. It's not about doing something once or twice. It's about doing it repeatedly until it becomes second nature. Successful individuals understand that consistency may not be exciting, but it's what delivers results. They don't depend on bursts of motivation. Instead, they build habits that keep them moving forward, even on days when they don't feel like it. Mastering the fundamentals also demands patience. In a world obsessed with speed and instant gratification, patience has become a rare virtue. But success is a long game, and the basics take time to produce meaningful results. Think of it like planting seeds. You don't see the harvest right away, but with persistence, care, and time, growth becomes inevitable. Those seeds, given time and care, grow into something extraordinary. There's a paradox at play here. The fundamentals are simple, yet they're not easy. It's one thing to understand the importance of focus, consistency, and discipline, but applying them day after day is what makes the difference. That's where most people fall short. They give up before the results start to show. Successful individuals, on the other hand, embrace the challenge. They're willing to do the hard, unglamorous work because they recognize that the fundamentals are the foundation for everything else. The reason so many fail to achieve success is that they're constantly searching for shortcuts, believing that some hidden formula or advanced strategy will solve all their problems. But the truth is this: there are no shortcuts. The fundamentals are the shortcut. They are the most direct and effective path to success, but only for those who fully commit to them. The next time you feel frustrated with your progress, ask yourself, have I truly mastered the basics? Am I consistent in my efforts? Am I focused on what really matters, or am I chasing distractions? The answers to these questions will reveal whether you're on the right path. Success begins with mastering the fundamentals. It's not about how much you know or how naturally talented you are. It's about how well you apply the principles that truly make a difference. Another truth that rarely gets talked about is that failure isn't just inevitable, it's essential. Successful people don't run from failure, they embrace it, learn from it, and even seek it out. Most people are conditioned to fear failure, viewing it as a sign of weakness or inadequacy, but those who succeed understand that failure is one of the greatest teachers. Failure exposes blind spots, strengthens resilience, and provides the feedback necessary for growth. At its core, failure is a mirror. It reflects your current limitations, showing you exactly where you need to improve. It's a reflection of where you are and where you need to improve. When successful people encounter failure, they don't dwell on the setback. Instead, they ask themselves key questions. What went wrong? What can I learn from this? How can I adapt and move forward? They don't see failure as the end of the road, but as an essential part of the process. One reason failure is so valuable is that it forces you to confront reality. When things are going well, it's easy to operate under illusions, believing everything is on track. But failure strips away those illusions, revealing the truth about your skills, strategies, and mindset. This clarity is a gift, if you're willing to use it. Rather than resisting failure, successful individuals lean into it, using it as a tool for self-awareness and growth. Failure also builds character. It teaches you how to handle disappointment, how to persevere through tough moments, and how to stay committed to your goals despite obstacles. Each failure is an opportunity to strengthen your resilience and deepen your dedication. Those who succeed understand that the ability to bounce back from failure is one of the most important skills anyone can develop. Beyond resilience, failure sparks creativity. When something doesn't work, it forces you to think differently, explore new approaches, and innovate. Many of history's greatest breakthroughs were born from failure. Successful people aren't afraid to experiment because they know that even when they fail, they're still moving closer to discovering what works. Most importantly, failure doesn't define your worth. It's simply feedback, a temporary state that provides lessons if you're willing to learn from them. Too many people take failure personally, believing it defines them as incapable or unworthy, but successful individuals separate their actions from their identity. They see failure as a temporary event, not a permanent label. This perspective allows them to take risks and chase ambitious goals without being paralyzed by the fear of failing. Failure is crucial because it instills humility. Success can be deceiving, making you feel like you've got everything figured out. But failure serves as a reminder that there's always more to learn and always room to improve. This humility keeps you open to feedback, fresh ideas, and new opportunities for growth. Failure also tests your commitment. Staying motivated is easy when everything is going well, but setbacks force you to ask yourself, how much do I really want this? Am I willing to keep going even when it's difficult? Successful people use failure as a way to gauge their dedication. If they're still willing to push forward after a setback, they know they're on the right path. One of the biggest misconceptions about success is that it follows a straight path. In reality, it's a journey full of peaks and valleys, setbacks and breakthroughs, each one shaping the road to achievement. You have to be willing to fail. A journey toward success is filled with highs and lows, and those who achieve great things understand this. They see failure as part of the natural rhythm of progress, knowing that every setback holds the potential for a comeback if they're willing to keep moving forward. To make failure work in your favor, you need to shift your mindset. Instead of asking, why did this happen to me? Ask, what can I learn from this? Every failure carries a lesson, a new perspective, or an opportunity to try again with greater wisdom. Successful people don't dwell on self-pity. They focus on their next move. Most people avoid failure because it's uncomfortable. It challenges the ego, tests patience, and forces you to step outside your comfort zone. But it's in that discomfort where growth happens. Those who succeed embrace the struggle, recognizing it as a sign that they're pushing themselves towards something greater. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's an essential part of it. Every successful person you look up to has failed, likely more times than you can imagine. What sets them apart is their willingness to keep going, to learn, and to improve. Failure is not a roadblock. It's a stepping stone. If you truly want to succeed, you must be willing to fail. You need to change the way you see failure. Stop treating it as something to avoid and start recognizing it as an opportunity. Every failure is another chapter in your success story, a moment that shapes you into the person you're meant to become. Another truth that successful people rarely talk about is that discipline always outweighs motivation. Motivation is fleeting. It's that surge of excitement when you start a new project or set a big goal. But what happens when that initial energy fades? Most people slow down or stop altogether because they were depending on motivation to carry them through. Successful individuals understand this. They know that discipline is what keeps progress moving long after motivation has disappeared. Discipline means doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. It's waking up early to work on your dreams when staying in bed feels easier. It's saying no to distractions and temptations, even when they seem appealing. It's showing up day after day, regardless of how you feel. This is where most people struggle. They let emotions dictate their actions. But those who succeed operate differently. They don't act based on feelings. They act based on commitment. One of the most effective ways to build discipline is through routines. Routines take the need for constant decision-making out of the equation, making it easier to stay consistent. But it's also what separates those who succeed from those who don't. When you build a routine, you remove the question of if you'll take action because the decision has already been made.